What's going on, YouTubers? I'm Kevin08015, and this is another movie review. Now, everybody knows when I do these movie reviews, it's usually my suggestion. Either I tell you it was horrible or it was good. And I either suggest it or I suggest you don't even think about watching it. Well, today's movie review is about a movie called Tetherball. Now, this is I guess you would say, independent film. It wasn't in theaters. The way I see it, any movie that wasn't in theaters is an independent film. So it was an independent film. It's actually a really good movie. I'd be lying if I stood here and said that I've enjoyed a lot of independent movies. I usually don't like independent comedy movies because they don't make me laugh. They don't even make me smile. This movie, on the other hand, had me just about pissing myself. It was really funny. It was, you know, I saw the trailer for it on YouTube, and, you know, I thought it was going to be pretty funny. But this is how funny I thought it was going to be, and it was about up here. That's how funny it was. It was just, I guess I would say my type of comedy is basically, you know, it stars Dustin Diamond, who played Screech. It stars Ron Jeremy, who, if you don't know who Ron Jeremy is, he's the he's the overweight, long-haired, mustache porn star that looks like the Penguin with a horse cock. That's Ron Jeremy. Screech, if you don't know who Screech is, where the fuck have you been for the last 25, 30 years? But it was really good. Screech plays the coach, their coach, right before he goes to prison for 3 to 5 years because he got caught flogging the donkey in the YMCA, and, you know, his excuse was he told them that he was just washing his dick for a very long time, and they weren't buying it, so he was going to prison for 3 to 5 years, so, yeah. He was funny, though, in it, and a little bit of time that he was in it, he was pretty funny, I'll give him that. I'll honestly say it's probably the best thing I've seen him do since Saved by the Bell. So, and that's saying something, because he's been in a lot of shit. So, yeah, Ron Jeremy plays, like, this big $1 million... You know what? Ron Jeremy couldn't even step aside from his everyday wardrobe for this one little role where he plays a very, very, very rich corporate guy. And, you know, you'd expect a rich... I can't remember if they said he was $1 million or $1 billion guy, but that's still a lot more money than I have, okay? And if I had that much money, I'd be always walking around in suits no matter how I looked. Ron Jeremy was wearing a t-shirt with what could have possibly been a mustard stain or an ejaculation stain. I'm not quite sure, but he was wearing rags, basically, for $1 million guy. And I know that has no effect at all, really, on Rick Dawson, who is the star of the movie, and he's the writer and producer. Also a very funny guy. You know, I know it's no reflection on him. That's Ron Jeremy. You see him act in any other thing he does, he dresses just like that. Just like that. And, you know, it was his role was funny. You know, he's basically this big... I don't want to say gay. I don't want to say gay. I want to say horny for men. That's what I'll say. He was horny for men. He kept trying to convince Rick Dawson's character of, you know, giving him head and shit like that. And, oh, I'll make you a rich man, and I'll make you a big sports star if you suck my dick, basically. You know, I think his exact quote was, I want to see you under the table putting your lipstick around my dipstick. But basically, this movie is about a former boxer who ends up having issues with his father, who was his boxing coach, and you know, him and his friends are working for a t-shirt company called Foul Mouth T-shirts, or Foul Mouth Shirts, and you know, they sell shirts that are foul. Like, there's even one part where the one guy said, he's like, yeah, he's like, no, sir, I'm not calling you an asshole. I'm just saying the shirt says you're an asshole. And, you know, the shirts like that, like, go fuck yourself. Or there's a, you know, the guys were wearing a couple foul-mouthed shirts. Actually, they wore foul-mouthed shirts basically throughout the whole film, because that was the name of their team, was the Foul-Mouths. Anyway, they started this Tetherball team, and, you know, they were going through the tournament, and I'm not giving away the ending, but it's basically, I would say it's kind of like dodgeball, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of, yeah, it's mostly not, but it's kind of itty-bitty, you know? But it's about Tetherball. It was a really funny movie. Man, there's a few lines where I was sitting there watching it saying, I'm going to say that in this video, I'm going to say that in this video. I can't remember them because there was so many funny lines in that movie. I just can't remember all of them. I can remember some of them, like one in the beginning of the movie. There was, you know, a girl spanking the really big guy. The two big guys, I think their name were Joey and Mikey. Joey and Mikey. I think it was Mikey getting spanked. And he's an alcoholic and, you know, he drinks and all this shit. And she was spanking him with an empty plastic soda bottle. I think it was, soda bottle. And she was spanking him saying, what's my name? And he's like, or she's like, what's my name? And he's like, oh, I don't know, I met you in a bar last night, I don't remember your name, blah, blah, blah. And she's still spanking him. She's like, keep going, it starts with an M. And he's like, Marmaduke? So, that shit was funny. I highly suggest this movie, I really do. And I'm not just saying that, I suggest this movie to anybody who loves comedies, because this will have you laughing your ass off. It was a really, truly funny movie, and, you know, I might actually try and get it on DVD myself for my own personal collection. It was really fucking funny. Yeah, Rick Dawson is a fucking funny guy for writing all that shit. You know, the director has a big hand in it, but I feel the producers and the writers are the ones who make the movie funny, you know? Like, the director basically just kind of says, alright, I want you to do this way, I want you to do it that way. But the writer and the executive producer, they provide the jokes, and, you know, that's what Rick Dawson did. So, Rick Dawson, you're a fucking funny guy. Tetherball was fucking hilarious. I loved it. I strongly suggest it to you guys. You gotta go watch Tetherball. It's really funny. And I think you'll appreciate the cameos that are in it. So, and this is a top fact for all you guys out there that love hot women. Plenty of titties and ass. Plenty of titties and ass. And another top thing is, I don't think there was one ugly girl in that movie. Not one. They were all like supermodel hot. They were fucking hot. So, yeah, go watch Tetherball. If you haven't seen it, strongly suggest it. Go watch it. It is worth the hour and a half, 2 hours length it is. If you have seen Tetherball, then do yourself and myself and everybody who was in the movie Tetherball a favor and watch it again. I'll see you guys later. Kevin08015. See you next time.